you will notice that I rarely, if ever, just come up with a program and just drop it on you guys. Like, hey, I got a new coaching program. This is what it is, and you should totally join. A lot of people seek to build coaching businesses because they're like, I hate my job. I need to make money right away. But that energy, your audience actually picks up on and is really repellent because nobody wants to feel like somebody's next meal ticket, right? Part of how you demonstrate that you don't need the sale is by slowing things down and taking your time and just showing your audience that you're actually having fun with what you're doing. Hey, Courtney Sanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time online life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things, but I do it because I'm so passionate about helping you turn your success story into a 6 or even 7-figure brand. And in order to do that, you're gonna have to sell. But I know a lot of people cringe when it comes to selling because they don't want to be pushy. So if that's you, you're in luck because in this video, I'm gonna go over how to sell your coaching programs without being pushy because it's possible. You see me do it pretty much every video. So if you wanna know my secrets for making significant sales without shoving it down your audience's throats, you're in luck because we're about to get into it right now. Okay, my secret, and this is gonna sound ridiculous, but it's pretty true. The way I'm able to sell without being pushy is because I get my clients to ask me for my programs. And I do that through a variety of ways that we're getting ready to go over in just a second, but that's the honest to goodness truth. I mean, I could show you DM after DM that I have right now in my Instagram messages of people saying, do you have a spot opening for a coaching program? Are you currently accepting clients? I wanna apply for the next big name. Can you tell me more about the package? Like, people are asking me, can they join my coaching program? So it makes it very easy where I don't have to be pushy. Really, I don't even really have to sell. I'm just providing people essentially what they ask for. And so you do that by structuring your brand in such a way that it is so client attractive that clients are essentially coming to you. And so the first way that I make my brand super client attractive so that people are asking me ultimately for my programs is that I am demonstrating visible victories. So I've talked about this elsewhere on the channel, but I demonstrate visible victories in one of two ways. The first way is myself. I share my own victories. Many people are interested in joining my programs because they see that I am the embodiment of what I sell. And that's why it's so important that you make sure that before anything, right? Even before you get a coaching certification or whatever, you make sure that you have the result that you are selling. Or if it's something that you don't have the result for, you make sure that a client that you have worked with has the result. This is so key because you are your greatest testimonial. And so your clients are gonna be looking at you and they're gonna wanna see, do you have the victory that is visible to them that demonstrates that you are the walking manifestation of the thing that you sell. And so I've done this from the beginning, even when I didn't have a huge coaching program. And even before I had a lot to offer people, I remember when I was offering my self-discipline program, part of the reason why that sold so well is because people saw my victories. My victories were visible because I had been blogging weeks and months before that, years before that, really showing people how I had gone from my situation of losing my scholarship in school and trying to get everything back together to ultimately getting disciplined, getting a great job after college, graduating summa cum laude or magna cum laude or whatever it was, I can't even remember anymore, and doing all the things that I needed to do to grow my business. See, people saw the visible victories in my life. That was the demonstration that I had the results that they were looking for. So you wanna show your visible victories for you, and then you wanna show your visible victories for your clients. So if you look at any of my information pages, whether it's for my program, the next big name, or my program, the Consistent Client Crash Course, or anything that I have to offer, you will see lots of testimonials from people who have gotten great results. So those are visible victories from other people. That way it's not just me, but it's other people saying that they have gotten great results from my program. So testimonials are important. Again, if you don't have other client testimonials, that's okay, as long as you are a walking testimonial for your method. But outside of you, you do want to quickly get testimonials if possible, even if that means taking on some clients maybe at a beta rate initially just to kind of get those testimonials in the door. But you want to have your clients singing your praises and showing the visible victories that they've gotten in their lives based on the process that you ultimately sell. Okay, the next thing that you want to do in order to get your clients asking you for your program so that you don't have to be pushy when you're selling is you want to create a campaign. And I'm so amazed that people do not do this. To me, this is like one of the most fun things about coming up with new coaching programs and selling things. You will notice that I rarely, if ever, just come up with a program and just drop it on you guys. Like, hey, I got a new coaching program. This is what it is, and you should totally join. There's usually some sort of lead up, some sort of build up, even for both the next big name and my latest program, the package. I had these video trailers and montages. I love having fun by taking my time and rolling out more information around the product. And so a big mistake that I see a lot of coaches make is they come up with these coaching programs, out of nowhere. They're just kind of in isolation at home thinking about what they should create. By the way, that's not the best way to come up with a coaching program. And if you're interested on how to come up with coaching packages that actually sell, I talk about this in depth and more in my brand new coaching program. It's called The Package, and it's all about how to package your expertise, but also how to be the package that sells in and of itself. And so I talk about this in depth, but one of the biggest mistakes that people make is that they just create these coaching programs in isolation, and then they just drop it on their audience. And they're like, hey, I got this thing. You should totally buy it. It's my program. No sales. I don't know what the problem is. And so you'll notice that I do not do that. I love creating conversations around my program. I love taking my time, releasing things out. And so I really see any new program that I'm creating, I focus on creating a campaign. So slow things down, take your time. This is why I talk a lot about how you don't want to focus on building your coaching business when you are in desperation. A lot of people seek to build coaching businesses because they're like, I hate my job. I need to make money right away. But that energy, your audience actually picks up on and is really repellent because nobody wants to feel like somebody's next meal ticket, right? So nobody likes to feel like, ooh, you need this money so bad, and so you're just like desperate for me to become a client. Like, nobody likes that. So you want to obviously show that you need to sell things. I mean, you're in business, that is what it is, but no one needs to feel like, oh, you need this sale. And so part of how you demonstrate that you don't need the sale is by slowing things down and taking your time and just showing your audience that you're actually having fun with what you're doing. That's a part of how you demonstrate leadership. And that's a part of how I get my audience to ask me for my programs, because they can see something's coming, they sense something's coming, and they're like, I'm really excited about it. I see that you're like hinting and teasing things, and Courtney just, they're sliding in my DMs. Courtney, just send me the link. Is there a link? I just want to join right now. So think about things in terms of a campaign, not just dropping new programs on your audience. And that's a great way to get them to ask you for the sale so that you don't have to be pushy and push it on them. All right, I have more where that came from, but first I want to hear from you. How are you currently selling your coaching program? Share in the comments below. All right, the next thing you need to do is you really need to fix your mindset and understand that selling truly is of service. So I find that sometimes people get really, really pushy when it comes to the sale because, again, they're in that desperation mode. I really have a lean back type of attitude and approach when I go to sell, in that I understand that I'm being of service, and really the line of demarcation between selling and being of service is very blurred for me because I believe honestly that they are one and the same. So I really have the mindset of what is it that my audience needs? How can I be of service? How can I really help someone? And if someone comes to me and they are interested in a program that I honestly think is not a good fit for them, I will tell them, because I understand that even though my business obviously needs sales in order to survive, I don't need this sale in order to survive. So I'm not gonna live and die by, the sale that's right in front of me. So it kind of goes back to what I was saying with the campaign. I'm willing to take my time. I'm willing to kind of lean back and just, I have complete faith and trust that my business is going to be successful, even if this sale that's right in front of me is not the sale that ultimately happens. I'm willing to do what is ultimately best for the client because I am focused on serving. So selling is really serving, and you want to make sure that you have that mindset when you're going into the sale so that you don't end up being pushy and ultimately push the client away. All right, the next thing that I did to get to the place where my clients are asking me for the sale so that I don't have to be pushy is really I focus on building this magnetic brand. So there's a variety of things that I do with my social media, things that I do with my branding, the types of programs that I come up with, the way that I speak, how I shoot my videos, the types of topics that I talk about, the way I do my campaigns. Like, everything is very strategic, and I know ultimately how to captivate so that I don't have to convince. And so again, as I mentioned, I teach how to do this in depth inside of my new program, The Package, which teaches you how to package yourself and then how to be the package that sells. But it's very, very important that you build a magnetic brand that is very very focused on pulling clients in and not pushing clients. So think about different ways that you can be captivating. Understand the ways that people are mesmerized by how you show up. We all have a unique way of being that other people are ultimately attracted to. There's always something about us, something about our character, something about the way that we just enjoy life and that we show up in the world that people are going to be drawn to. So you really want to know who you are and get really clear on what your personality type is and really just lean into that and ultimately be yourself. I know that sounds so like cliche, but truly being yourself is one of the most charismatic and captivating things that you can do. And you won't attract everybody. I don't attract everybody. I know there's some people that whatever, maybe they find my videos annoying and they click off, but the people who like my personality and the way that I show up, they continue to come back. And so it's going to be the same thing for you. So really focus on being yourself, but make sure that you understand all the different ways that you can be captivating to your audience to ultimately create a magnetic brand. All right, I hope you loved this video. If you did, you are gonna love my program, The Package. Again, you can check out the trailer for it right here and you can click the link below to learn more about it. But if it sounds like something that you need in your life, definitely sign up right now to get the training, and it's really gonna change your coaching business by helping you not only sell your coaching packages, but become the package that sells. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. If you want even more where this came from, make sure that you are following me on my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show. And if you can't wait for my next podcast episode or my next YouTube video, make sure that you are following me on Instagram. That's CourtneyLSanders on Instagram, where I post daily as well as on my stories and I show you the behind the scenes of my life. And so with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.